Hi everyone at the Concerned Global Gala.
I'm Chef Marcus Samuelsson.
I'm Liam Neeson.
My name is Terry George.
I'm Usain Bolt.
My name is Judy Collins.
My name is Brian Darcy James, and I am honored to be here alongside Concern Worldwide,
Supporting their mission to end extreme poverty, whatever it takes.
There are now 41 million people facing famine-like conditions around the world.
Conflict, climate change, and COVID-19 have created a recipe for disaster.
Concern Worldwide has the skills and expertise to help save countless lives and ease needless suffering for our fellow global citizens.
Now is the time to take urgent action.
We have the power to make a difference.
So let's unite and fight hunger, especially in these COVID times.
Good evening, friends of Concern, and welcome to the 2021 Concern Global Gala, Unite to Fight Hunger.
Proudly presented by Digicel and JetBlue with support from MasterCard. Here are your hosts, Concern's very own Kieran McConville and Victoria Jean-Louis.
Bonsoir.
Hello. A very good evening to you, wherever you may be.
You are all very welcome to the 2021 Concerned Global Gala, virtual edition, as we unite to fight hunger together.
As human beings, our relationship with food is complex. It fuels our bodies and stimulates our senses. It influences our emotions and it dictates our movements. Food can be a source of unity or a focal point for conflict. Food infuses culture, nationality, and religion.
And tonight, we'll be exploring some of the complexities of humanity's relationship with food through the eyes and taste buds of friends and colleagues around the world. I'm here in Haiti, and this will be one of our stops along the way. But first, a reminder of who we are and what we do.
Concern Worldwide is an international humanitarian organization founded in 1968 and dedicated to ending extreme poverty, whatever it takes. Our DNA is Irish, but our mission is global. Concern deliberately seeks out communities that are vulnerable, economically challenged, and underserved, and partners with them to create sustainable development programs in health, education, water and sanitation, and livelihoods. And we respond to emergencies. Thanks to our incredible supporters, last year Concern was able to reach 36 million people across 23 countries. But it's not just about the numbers. Yes, we dig wells, distribute food, and train teachers. But more fundamentally, this work, this cause, is about sharing opportunity, promoting dignity, showing compassion, driving equality, demonstrating accountability, and most of all, it's about exercising humanity. Coming up on tonight's Global Gala, we'll take you on a cinematic food trip across the globe, guided by some of our amazing Concern colleagues from the Caribbean to the Bay of Bengal. There'll be music and dance, and a look at how we're helping to diversify food systems in the face of climate change. And some of America's top chefs will be dropping in to lend their support to the fight against hunger. In fact, here comes one now.
Hi everyone, I'm PJ Kalapa, chef and owner of Scampi and the Spaniard in New York City. It is an honor to join Concern Worldwide in the race to realize zero hunger. Of all things that bring us together, food is among the most powerful. And as a chef, food has taken me all over the world. It has connected me to some of the world's most powerful and influential, yet too often some of the world's less fortunate. For every dollar donated to Concern Worldwide, 93 cents goes immediately into their life-saving programs in 23 of the world's most vulnerable countries. I, PJ Kalapa, would like to now inspire you to help us eradicate hunger worldwide. Thank you.
Also tonight, there'll be fantastic opportunities to win JetBlue Anywhere tickets, which will allow you to travel, well, just about anywhere that JetBlue lands an airplane. The first of those giveaways is right now. If you donate $5,000 in the next 5 minutes, you'll be entered to win a pair of round-trip JetBlue tickets. Just to put that in context, $5,000 could provide a consignment of therapeutic food which could be used to treat 100 acutely malnourished children in Kenya. You can donate by credit card using the panel to the right, or make a pledge in the chat and a concerned team member will follow up with you.
We mentioned religion earlier, and food plays a central role in all the main organized religions, often in the form of fasting. For many Haitians, the 40 days of Lent are an important time of penitence and reflection, and the final week of that period is backed by a specific type of music known as Gala.
While the idea of voluntary fasting has been around for centuries, far too many people in our world today go without food because they simply have no choice. 6 years ago, the nations of the world committed to achieving zero hunger by 2030. Sadly, that target now will be almost certainly not achieved, but that just means we need to work harder and smarter.
Progress in reducing global hunger over the first 2 decades of the 21st century was spectacular. By 2017, the number of people in our world with enough food to lead a healthy and productive life had risen by as much as 200 million. 20 years ago, our experts developed what has become the accepted gold standard for treating acute malnutrition in babies and young children. This has helped millions of parents to effectively treat their own kids at home, a huge advance for those who live in remote areas and carry a heavy daily burden of duties. But progress has begun to slip away, a result of the combined impacts of climate change, conflict, and now the economic fallout of the pandemic. Today, 45 million children are so malnourished that their very survival is at risk. Warplanes and car bombs make for dramatic headlines, but the harsh reality is that nothing kills like hunger. Disaster is not inevitable. Prevention is the best cure for hunger. Concern partners with hundreds of thousands of families each year on projects ranging from climate-smart agriculture to the promotion of nutrient-rich diets, from safe drinking water systems to skills training and income development. And our emergency nutrition teams are there for those who need help now. We believe in a world without extreme poverty, without hunger, and with your support, that vision guides everything we do every day.
Hello everyone, my name is Chef Walter Stabe, host of the Emmy Award-winning television series A Taste of History. I travel all across the globe, bring to life the history and culture of regions in all concerns of the world. And it disturbs me that even today, with all our technology and advancement, there are still millions of children suffering from hunger and billions of undernourished citizens right here on our planet. COVID-19 conflicts and the climate destruction are just a few of the reasons for millions of human beings that are on the edge of famine. I'm passionate in my support to relieve this hunger crisis. Food has always been history's great unifier. Let's come together and make sure that no one goes to bed with health or hunger as a concern anymore.
Thank you to our gold sponsors, Colin and Leslie Convey, the McShane Construction Company, Mutual of America, Jones Squires Moran, Thales, the Gray Group, the Raymond DeBain Family Foundation, Airbus, and Francis and Jim Roth.
Now it's time for our second JetBlue giveaway of the evening. If you donate $2,500 in the next 5 minutes, you'll be entered to win a pair of round-trip JetBlue tickets. $2,500 could provide hygiene kits for 100 families in Haiti. You can donate by credit card using the panel to the right, or make a pledge in the chat, and a concerned team member will be in touch.
Now, let's get on the road for a food trip. And why not start right here on the Caribbean island of Hispaniola, which is shared by two nations, the Dominican Republic and the Republic of Haiti. It's a 40-minute flight from the USA, but a world away in many respects. Tradition has it that when Haitians overthrew the French nearly 200 years ago, they wasted no time in celebrating with a delicacy previously forbidden to them by colonial masters. Soup joumou is made with calabaza squash, also known as green pumpkin, and is the soup du jour on January 1st, Haiti's Independence Day. Soup joumou represents something special for us. It has become a tradition for us here. Every 1st of January, everyone prepares soup joumou in their homes. You invite friends and family to share in the soup together. You make it with pumpkin, cabbage, turnips, sorrel, celery, peppers, carrots, and that's it. Soup joumou. It is a part of our culture. But sourcing the ingredients for a dish like this, or any dish for that matter, has become a serious problem for many Haitians. Numerous natural disasters and rising insecurity have contributed to severe economic decline, resulting in migration from rural areas to the cities and mass emigration out of Haiti altogether.
For many years, political crises, economic crises, health crises, and natural disasters have all contributed to setting Haiti back in terms of food security.
The country is highly dependent on imports for food, and the combination of inflation, the COVID pandemic, and a shortage of foreign exchange has led to widespread shortages. It's estimated that over 4 million people in Haiti are food insecure. Concern has been here for 25 years and is working to support affected communities.
We launched a program in Cité Soleil which allowed us to reach 3,000 families. We distributed cash vouchers that allowed them to meet their food security needs. Following the August 14th earthquake in the South Department, Concern has been providing assistance to 1,000 households to ensure they have enough to eat. There are many problems, but we as humanitarians must live up to our responsibilities.
The connection between Haiti and Africa is strong. Many of the descendants of those who live here today were stolen from that rich and fertile continent hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And it's in the heart of Africa that we make our next stop, following Concern's Russell Gates and his team into one of the communities they partner with. The Democratic Republic of the Congo is vast, over 900,000 square miles of deep rainforest, steep mountains, and lush plains. It spans the equator and stretches from the Atlantic coast in the west to the Great Lakes in the east and borders 9 African nations from South Sudan to Zambia. DRC is an amazing country steeped in history and culture and rich in natural resources, but it is also deeply troubled.
The hunger crisis in DRC is the largest number of people food insecure ever recorded anywhere in the world. 27 million people are struggling to have enough to eat. At the root of this crisis is conflict.
Concern's program manager, Luke Nyamukandika, explains how displacement by armed conflict has a double impact. Those who are displaced often leave all of their possessions behind, meaning they're completely reliant on the generosity of the host community. Meanwhile, their land lies uncultivated and the host community struggles to support newcomers. Concern has worked in DRC since 1992 and today has extensive operations across the country. Congo has less than 1,500 miles of paved roadway, making for huge logistical challenges.
Very, very bumpy road.
Here in the northeast, near the borders with Rwanda and Burundi, the terrain is mountainous. Local staple crops include cassava and banana. For the people of Kichanga, another important food source comes from the waters of the Luhala River. In many areas of DRC, food insecurity has driven the levels of child malnutrition to alarming levels, and Concern is facilitating emergency nutrition services for families at multiple locations. This work is literally saving lives, and much of it is supported by funding from the US. For millions, the challenges of finding food are immediate and life-threatening, but disaster is not inevitable.
So we're on our way to see one of the people we've been working with, Naomi. We've been working with her since July, and she set up a small business with support from Concern, and hopefully we're going to cook something together.
Naomi has been a part of a Concern program based on the graduation model of poverty reduction. She's been receiving cash support, business training, and mentorship, and is now part of a savings and loan scheme. Her situation has been steadily improving, and she says she feels more optimistic for the future.
What kind of things are you trading? What kind of business?
Okay, vitu gani unachuruzaka ule vitu unachuruza vitu gani?
Nachuruza chumvi na mafuta,
salt and oil,
na ndagara.
Ndagara, small fishes.
Hakuna watu wote hawezi ipata.
It's available in Kichanga, but not everyone can afford to buy it. When we ask people, what do you need? What do you need to grow more and to feed the communities? The answers are very simple. People needed seeds and tools for the next harvest season, but they also needed some food or cash support to get them to the next harvest season. These are all things Concern do in DRC, and all things we can do more of if we have more support.
Climate change is on everyone's minds these days, and the vast delta where Bangladesh reaches into the Bay of Bengal is a good place to see what global warming may hold in store for other coastal communities. Concern's Hasnera Bagum is our guide to this amazing landscape where increasingly resilience is a requirement for survival.
85% of the population depend on agriculture, but rising sea level, soil salinity, and an increase in cyclone activity are putting millions of people under severe pressure.
Rice is the staple crop here and has been for centuries.
We face so many problems here: saline water logging, river erosion, embankment broken, natural disaster, and that damage our crops and land.
Even those who have converted their fields to fish ponds have struggled with salinity, and finding fresh water to sustain livestock has become increasingly difficult. That has in turn caused a nutrition problem for coastal communities who were already burdened by extreme poverty. Concern is in the business of solving problems, and today a multi-million-dollar investment involving an integrated set of locally designed solutions is already showing results.
A system of composite farming has been established where rainwater is stored in ponds and canals during the monsoon season and then used for agriculture, fisheries, and livestock throughout the year.
Meanwhile, pond sand filtering has enabled families to use rainwater for drinking. New improved varieties of rice have been introduced, bringing better resilience to salinity and better yields at harvest time. New horticultural techniques have resulted in flourishing homestead gardens, plots filled with beans, chili, Indian spinach, snake gourd, lady's finger, and a whole variety of other nutrient-rich goodies. What a lovely preparation of kachuri with ingredients from her own garden. It's an ancient dish hugely popular across South Asia, both healthy and delicious. It comes in many variations. We highly recommend the dessert version, which features milk, cardamom, cinnamon, and cloves. For Hasnira and her concerned colleagues around the world, the proof of their work is literally in the pudding. Seeing families overcome adversity, develop self-sufficiency, and have sustainable access to nutritious food is what inspires us all, every day. And it's the support of people like you that makes this work possible.
Hey everyone, my name is Chef Zoe Ajonia, and I am delighted to be supporting this Concern Worldwide campaign in their race to realise zero hunger. Despite leaps and bounds, there are still 2 billion people on this planet with not enough food to eat and 41 million people teetering on the edge of famine. As a daughter of Africa, a continent still plagued by this issue, it's very personal to me. And sometimes we think, well, how can I help? Well, we can help by supporting this organisation and organisations like it because they have the resources, the time, expertise to be able to make a dent. And collectively, if we can support this campaign, we too can help make a difference.
Music and food often go hand in hand, and many of our teams around the world use storytelling and song to share key messages. While we were researching the Bangladesh piece you just saw a short time back, we came across this gem, one of a series of pot songs commissioned by Concern, and we just had to bring you a taste.
ভাইরে সতেজ রাখতে শিশুর প্রাণ আছে সকল পুষ্টির গুণমান মাতৃবক্ষ ভান্ডার মাঝারে সতেজ রাখতে শিশুর প্রাণ আছে সকল পুষ্টির গুণমান মাতৃবক্ষ ভান্ডার মাঝারে জন্ম নেওয়া মাত্র শিশু মিটাইতে ক্ষুধা মাতৃবক্ষ ভান্ডার হতে পেয়ে থাকে সুধা শিশু জন্ম নেওয়ার পরে 1 ঘন্টার ভিতরে মায়ের বুকের শাল দুধ দিবেন শিশুর অধরে সতেজ রাখতে শিশুর প্রাণ আছে সকল পুষ্টির গুণমান মাতৃবক্ষ ভান্ডার মাঝারে জন্মের পরে শিশুর মুখে মায়ের স্তন দিবে চুষে খেতে শিখবে এবং দ্রুত দুধ আসিবে সতেজ রাখতে শিশুর প্রাণ আছে সকল পুষ্টির গুণমান মাতৃবক্ষ ভান্ডার মাঝারে
Thank you to our silver sponsors, James Murphy and Emer O'Hanlon, Archer Daniels Midland, Rory Curtin, Bob Housen and Rosemary Berkery, and the Invis Group, LLC.
Right, this is our final JetBlue giveaway of the night. If you donate $1,000 in the next 5 minutes, you'll be entered to win a pair of round-trip JetBlue tickets. $1,000 could provide cash to cover a month of basic needs for 100 people in Burkina Faso. We'll contact all winners after the programme.
Over the past century, the way many communities on the continent of Africa have gone about sourcing their food has changed dramatically, with the rise of staple crops like maize and rice and cassava.
But it's become clear that diversification is vital for nutrition and food security, especially in the light of climate change. Our teams in the drylands of West Africa have been working with communities there to help them adapt both their agriculture and their diet.
Hi everyone, I'm Chef Marcus Samuelsson, and it's an honor to join Concern Worldwide in the race to realize zero hunger. Of all things that brings us together, food is among the most powerful. Whether it's the joy of the family table, exploring a new culture, or the comfort of your favorite meal. Food is our most common bond. Despite the difficulties we all faced during the pandemic, as a chef, I'm lucky and privileged to work amongst abundance. But it wouldn't be as possible without the help and support of others. There are more than 2 billion people on our planet without enough food to eat. For the 1 million who are on completely the cusp of famine, we have the power to make a difference by supporting an organization like Concern Worldwide, who have the experience and the expertise to help people through this very difficult hunger crisis. Please support us.
Finally tonight, we often say that Concern's DNA is Irish, but our family is global. So to celebrate that thought, here's a quick fun recipe for you to try at home that embraces all of those ingredients.
And that's it. Thank you so much for joining us on this short but action-packed journey through some of the stories, sounds, and flavors experienced by our concerned colleagues every day around this beautiful world.
You can watch the show again at any time right here or on our YouTube channel. Do feel free to share it with your friends, family, and colleagues. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the holiday season. Stay safe and take care of each other.
Bonne nuit.
Bye-bye.